Hello, welcome back. We're going to talk about the command right here. This is a very important part of the game, also. I know I've said that quite a bit, but this is really helps out with a lot of things. So I'm going to click on this. Whoops. So you get a command and then you get a sign. So we're going to go to command side first. Now, if you look at this, you will notice that it has several different things. You get the commissary, engineering, technician, strategist, auditor, commander, and guardian. So commissary, I don't think is that important. But I had the plastic income up all the way. You have to put in two officers, and I don't care about the gold speed because I never collect gold. So we're going to go back out of that. So we're going to go here to engineer. Now, when you look at engineer, what does it give you? It gives you paint income, troop load, resource gathering speed, and marching queue. Marching queue plus one. That makes four marching queues if you have all three from VIP and then you have a fourth one right here. So now to look at this to see what happens. So if you got the top section up here for the basic buff, if you just have 16 stars in here, it will give you the basic buff. To get the activate the more buffs at the bottom, you have to click on this. Now you look on this, you will see you have to have Martin, you got to have Wayne, you got to have whatever his name is, and Roger. So you got to have these four officers, and you have to have the amount of stars that says. So this one says you got to have 16 stars. So if I take off Roger and let me just put this guy on, you'll notice that the bottom buffs go away. So now if I sit there and take him back off and put Roger back on, then that means that I have all the buffs that I need. So you'll notice that there's all count up to 16. Now, you also will notice at the bottom here, it says max level. See on the very side over here on the left-hand side, it says level 10. Next one is also maxed. Same thing with this, with the things. These are the only officers you can choose for that. So we're going to go down. I do not have this one done all the way. I still need another star on one of these people to be able to have so I could get the cross server HP and the troops HP. I sometimes switch that out, so I do have them. You go down here to auditor. You'll notice that this is also maxed out already, and you can choose from the different officers. So we're going to go down. I believe commander is not maxed. So you see it says upgrade down here. Let me see if I actually can upgrade the other one. Not sure if I got enough feet or not. You get that from attacking. So on this one I do. So when I upgrade it, you'll notice that those went up just a slight bit. And it brought up the level on this outside part to level 7. We don't get this one until a little bit later and the thing. So I haven't got that all the way up yet. So each one of these gives you a lot of different aspects. Most of my officers have been built for this. My rank has gotten up and everything on this for this portion, for the star levels and everything, so I can have this done. So now we're going to go to the other side of this, which is assign. So when you go into assign here, you'll notice that you have a list on the bottom down here that I'm moving around. This just shows what you get. So Martin right here. So say if I want to switch out Martin for this, you look on the left-hand side. Electricity income can go up by 25% by having the produce expert in there. But with Martin, though, he gives me a pain income of 72% and wounded healing speed of 27. I think that's a little bit more important. So you can go in here and you can have all these figured out so you can just change them around and everything. You can replace them with whatever you want. Same thing with this. This will give you different things. There are a few more officers. You'll notice that this gives a little bit more HP and defense and stuff. I have all these officers that can go in here. So I have a total of 8 that can go in my defense area. Now technology, you go in here, you'll notice that I don't think, oh no, I got 2 on here for this that I could put in here to change it out. So you could change them out to switch out the different things. So you look on this last one over here. It's the same exact thing. March size 30% up. That is a huge thing. I believe that's him right there, Spencer. That does that. That is something very important. I need to actually get him maxed out so that I can have all the benefits of that. But the rank of the officers, which is this little icon on the right hand side, will make those be stronger. You notice again, you can hit the help and it will actually bring up a menu and show you the different things in here. Let's see. Since we got a little bit more time on this, let's go ahead and do another part of this video. We're going to go into strengthening of your stuff and your training. So we're going to just look at the training real quick first. So you notice that this is a T11 unit. This is actually a T11 special, or it is also considered a T12. Now, you will notice something that might bother you, whatever, but the T10, if you look at the resources, I can make 37 of them because I have no plastic on here right now. I have plastic I could put in, but I haven't yet. So you'll notice that you can make 37 of those and it's going to cost $1K. So now if I switch over here and you notice it takes 15 minutes. So now you're going to notice that I can only make 7 of the of those guys. I'm actually going to click on here and I'm going to put 18. Oh, not 118. I wanted 18. So we're going to do 18. Now you notice that it costs about double and it takes longer to sit there and make these. Oh, I'm sorry, we had 37. Let me go 37 so we'll have apples to apples. So you notice, on here that the takes about 4 times the amount of resources to build a T11 from a T10. You'll also notice that the speed went up, where it takes quite a bit more. So you had 15 minutes, and you did it again. You have to back out of it all the way. So 37. This takes 18. Now, for the same amount, we're going to go over here to the T12 special, which really is not that special. So we're going to go here and we're going to do these. So you notice that it takes an hour when it took 18 minutes on the T11. So that's something that you might want to think about when building troops. You'll also notice that the power for this and for the T11 special and the T11 are the same. Nothing changes there. The only thing that changes is if you look on here, it has logistics good at healing, reduces damage by 15%. Some of these have dodge, some of these have some other stuff, but it's not really worth it. T11s with a book on them, I think, are stronger than T11 specials, especially considering that they cost 4 times as much to sit there and make. So now we're going to go in this other section here. So we went to training. We're going to go to strengthen. Oh, and by the way, to get the T11 specials, you have to do rebuild 1 to be able to get that, which is after you have your base at 30, you have to redo your base 10 times to sit there and get the T11 special, which is not special. So, okay, so now we're going to look on here. And we're going to look at this one first. And so, see, these are at 15. So now when we go to this little book over here to the right, the rank, you'll notice that the volley is not unlocked. So with the volley, you have to have all those gears on the very first page up to 17 for you to be able to do that. See, now I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade one more time. So now they are all at 15. Now, you'll notice each one of these gives you a little bit of special stuff. and it lists everything that it does. So every time you upgrade these, it will strengthen just that type of unit. Now we're going to go over here to the copper. I got these a little bit higher. They're at 23. It's one of my favorite units to use. So you'll notice that on more info, it'll show you a little bit of information and stuff. So now we're going to go to this book here. You'll notice that I have some of these already unlocked. Now, if I had not of used the spray, I probably could have done this, but you notice it's at 1. Now, when you sit there and up it, it's going to go from 5% to 10% extra damage to a vehicle, which is quite a bit, especially if you get a lot of them. Now, accurate shooting increases damage dealt with vehicle by attacking. Now, you notice I do not have enough books. You have to have the accurate shot books. You have to have 279 for that level right there, which is level 7. Now, if you go down here, it brings them all. See how they even got that up to 6 also. So now down here at the bottom, I don't actually have the guided book for that, but it requires Thunder Hammer level 1, which I have. But you got to have those guided mind books to be able to do that. So that's kind of the soldier strengthening and the training aspect of the game. And as we had talked about over on that other part over here, these will sit there and allow you to make the training speed go up faster. Defense is basically the same thing. You can go in here and select. Now you notice that there are 3 different types of turrets for level 5, and notice that they all have the same amount of power. I like to mix those up, although you get hit once, all your traps are dead anyways. You can't heal them, so it's kind of pointless in my opinion. But that is that video, so I will make some more and send them out. Thank you.